That's what's wrong with the whole shaboing boing. Niggas don't listen to another nigga tell them something because they think that when a nigga tell them something, yeah, I mean that somehow. Let me see. Niggas, two. Yo, this is your boy Young Tactical. This is the hottest motherfucking show. We back on this motherfucker. We on something different today. We talking about the life, liberty, pursuit of happiness, nigga. What's going on out here, man? We out here, man. Insubordination, the superseding of the powers. My power, if I'm superseding your power, you gotta yield. You gotta yield right away. That's what's wrong. Motherfuckers ain't yielding right away. I mean, my channel getting bigger, we booming right now. I gotta understand that. Niggas not like that's what I'm saying. When I just was looking at the joint, every time I'm coming out here, I'm seeing that shit. I'm like, man, you gotta step it up. Gotta step it up. Your power don't supersede my power. Cause you already had power and you did nothing with your power. Just like Joe Biden. Joe Biden and Donald Trump and them niggas, motherfucking Trumpy baby. That nigga Trumpy baby, motherfucking you can't get mad at him because he doing him and he can't be stopped. You had your time to do you, but you got stopped. That's not his business that you can't do what he do and he do better. He got a better swag with it. He can run his mouth basically over top of you better than you can run your mouth over top of him. You know what I mean? Shit like that. That's not his fault. That's your fault for not realizing that maybe that's what the people want to hear. So basically, if you want to beat Trump, I'll tell you. I'm telling nigga too much, but cause they be listening. But motherfucker, all you gotta do is just talk like him, do the same shit. Still his juice. Swag, what they call swagger jacker. Jack that nigga swagger. But there's not a nigga. There ain't been a nigga like that nigga that can be like that nigga. That's why they try probably, but they can't find a nigga who moved like that nigga. Who, cause see, he got a background story. That's why I did that shit with my shit. That's why I'm the money Buddha. When you got that money behind you, it lets you move an extra layer. Like everybody see what he do, and then they be like, oh, he doing that because he got that paper. Yeah, I mean that's what you want when they think about you. That you want them to think, oh damn, this bitch got some money behind her. That's why she can do that. And then even if you don't have no money, like how we found out that nigga really don't have as much money as he said, but that still don't stop niggas from thinking that he got money. Because once you got money, it don't matter if a nigga say, "Oh, this bitch only got 10 million and not 100 million." I still got millions, bitch. You're still a broke nigga in the ghetto running your mouth reading about me. So I'm already it's one of them kind of jutsus where you get to that point where it's like it bounce back everything you say to me bounce out like sticks and stones type shit. Eventually, you sound like a hater running your mouth about Donald Trump all day. Cause you ain't, cause that ain't none of your business. Technically, you know what I mean? What the fuck that nigga doing? That's his business, nigga. And if his business mean that he can do what he want to do and end up being the president, then you all might need to be stepping up what the fuck you're doing then apparently. Because nigga, he's getting success. That's all it sound like is jealousy. It just sound like them other crackers are mad at him because he's finding success in shit that they would never find success in. And that's called being a hater. That's not him being a bad man. That's not him being a bad person. That's not him being somebody you shouldn't want for president. That sounds like hateration, which makes me like him even more. That's why I personally like him, even if he is racist. All the crackers are racist to me. But motherfucking, what I like about him is the fact that they don't like him. If they don't like him, we love him. That's how you fight the war. The enemy of my enemy is my friend, nigga. That's that. So he's our friend because he's their enemy. Because for some reason they don't like Donald J. Trump. Why? I don't know. Therefore, I love him. I want him to win now. We got to see what happened now. They gonna lose their mind. You saw what happened when they lost last time. Hillary, everybody damn near was fucking in criminals, almost went to jail and shit. Nigga, they talking about lock her up. He was about to wash all these niggas out. Cause see, I don't understand. It's some secret shit behind the mook. It's some secret mook. It's a secret mook behind the mook right now. I don't know about for. If you knew, you knew, you know, you know, you know, you know. You don't know, you don't know. You know, you know. It's a secret mook. It's a secret mook on the mook right now, and he know about it. That's why he say that shit he be saying. Yeah, I mean, just like my nigga McAfee, rest in peace McAfee. Y'all better go look that up. They killing nigga, bro. You can't even say his name too much. No, all I say is rest R.I.P. McAfee. Nigga. That's all you can say on that shit. That nigga was a true American hero. See, there's certain American heroes. The real American heroes are the ones who they be trying to say sometimes are bad people. You know what I mean? When in reality, they the good ones. When they the ones that actually try to expose the government. If you try to expose the government, aka a whistleblower, WikiLeaks, any kind of leak, like you leaking something, and they try to say it's for national security purposes, obviously we can scrutinize some shit. But for the most part, these national security fucking things ain't got nothing to do about national security. It's about them keeping their lies secret. Now, if a nigga say, okay, we got some base and we got something going on and a nigga motherfucking that exposed the base, they try to use that as the thing. But if that was the sole purpose, I can see maybe that's a leak. I might like that. I might let that slide. But if the sole purpose was to expose the base because that base got motherfucking something in it that shouldn't be in it, that's bad for humanity, and et cetera, for humanitarian purposes, then you can expose the base. That type of dealio. Because I can see how they might say that's in strategic. But strategic got nothing, like I say, it's levels to this shit. The strategic precedence is superseded by the humanitarian need to understand what the fuck you niggas are doing over there. Okay, and they try to use the we doing what we do because we do what we do because we gotta keep you safe. No, eventually I don't care about being safe anymore. I want to know what the fuck you doing. I got the safe part. If that's what it's like they trying to be your daddy essentially. You know what I mean? Okay, if you're doing all this just to keep me safe, I'm good. I can keep myself safe. So now that you said that that's the main reason why is because you keeping me safe, and now that I just told you, I'm taking that back. Because at the end of the day, only you can prevent forest fires. That means you've lost all your mandate. You've lost all your mandate to do what you're doing. Because the only reason why you just lied to me, because now you make them liars. Now they're lying, and you just told me the only reason why you were doing this was to keep us safe, Joe. I just told you I'm already safe. I'm good, Joe. So that means you're supposed to stand down, right? That means we're supposed to stand all this shit down, right? But they not gonna stand down. Because that ain't why they doing it. They don't give a fuck about keeping you safe. You understand? They don't give a fuck about your health. And you know this as individuals. I don't know why you won't say it out loud. I don't know why they make that somehow a conspiracy theory or somehow that's something that you, but come on. They don't give a fuck about you, okay? If they gave a fuck about you, they would throw a little something on the rent. That's what I always say. If a nigga care about me, where the rent, where's some money at? Joe should be shooting me some money. Hey, E, was thinking about you, baby. You know what I mean? Sent you a little something, you know what I mean? Check your mailbox. Oh shit, this for me? Yeah, got you, baby. Got you. Courtesy of the US government. Got you. Got you, baby. You know, cause we love our people here. We just wanna make sure you all right. When I gotta give this back, you don't. It's just cause I fuck with you. Cause I want to see the best you. Do we hear it? Where is that happening at in America? Nowhere. But they got plenty of hundreds of billions of dollars to go ship to the Ukraine. For my nigga Zelensky. They got plenty of money to ship to Ukraine. They got plenty of money to ship to Ukraine. Okay? Y'all gotta understand these things. This is the Young Tactical show. I am Young Tactical. Okay, this is the hottest shit on there, man. You watching this wherever you are, click that button, lock it in, because you're not gonna never hear nothing else like this, and then you only gonna have yourself to blame. When you live your dead-end life, you're 40, you're 50, you're 60 years old, your grandkids, everybody's looking at you, they're like, grandpa, grandma, What the fuck, man? Why this shit look like this? Damn, I didn't subscribe to Young. I didn't subscribe. I didn't stay hip. I thought I was too cool. I thought I was too cool and too cute to stay close to something that was meaningful. Because I thought I can just do whatever I want whenever the fuck I want to do it. That's why. But are you all gonna say that? Will you be honest to your grandkids when they look at you at the total failure that you are? Because you know kids can see the truth. They can see through you can see through your abysmal lies and see that you're worthless. And they're gonna ask you, "Damn, Grandpa, you talk a good game, but my real recognize real. I'm doing my analysis. I'm analyzing you, and you look like you a worthless piece of shit, Grandma. Why you? What was up?" They're gonna be like, yeah, nah. Ain't no you know. Be honest and say I was shit. When I was 20, I was shit. When I was 30, I was shit. When I was 40, I remained shit. When I was 50, I realized I was shit, but then at that point, I couldn't stop being shit. And then I've now lived the rest as worthless pieces of shit. That's what you, come on, money, come on now, Young Tact. I'm just keeping it real, man. You know? That's all I'm saying, guys. You know, this is a little bit political, I know, but that's what we do here on the show. We speak about the truth. I got a UFO special coming up. Make sure you all stay tuned. Our first annual UFO special. No, this is just something we're doing, man. Young Tactical, man. We got shouts out to our new subscribers. You know, I think we got a couple new subscribers. Shouts out to our new viral video. You all got us viral. I think we're up to now like 3,000 views. Thank you all for that. You know, we just keeping it going, baby. I know I'll be busy, but I'm back. I'm just doing my thing. We gonna do some more videos soon. Start interviewing people. Y'all gonna this thing? Come on, just stay tuned. Stay tuned. Stay tuned, man. We just fighting this system, man. They probably gonna end up shutting us down because you know I'm too radical. I'm a radical. I'm a radical. Totally radical. Totally radical, dude. Rock on. I'm a radical. I'm a radical, bro. I'm fucking a radical. Totally radical, bro. Shit, I'm just watching this thing on the TV. Caught my eye. I was a little sick and under the weather, but I'm back. Not really though. I'm 70% now. I was fucking 40. I was sounding like shit. I was sounding sick. I had my sexy cold voice. I said, yeah, I don't feel want some sick dick. I was slanging sick dick everywhere. But yeah, I'm just saying, man. I'm just letting y'all know. Let's see if I can do a review. Let's see if we can do a review without getting taken down. Let's see if we can do a review. Shit, I think that's why I get in trouble all the time. I be over here trying to watch another nigga shit in my shit, and then YouTube be like, damn, you fucked up. I'm like, damn, why can't I do a review of his shit? This is free use. But I'm gonna try it out.
Is the 4K 120. In this video, I want to test out high-speed cameras on high-speed drones. Now the thing with FPV is that a lot of times the best shots come from when you're right there in the middle of the action. So it could definitely be a high-risk, high-reward type of thing.
They got this motherfucking GoPro drone under the market for a drone.
Oh crap. These are nothing like the DJI drones that basically tell you when stuff. But that one also I do need to do a little bit of work on. This has 3150 motors, so bigger than what I'm used to flying here, and 9-inch propellers, so just bigger all around. Before I fly with the FX6, I want to just kind of get used to the thing, and I have a dummy weight on there. It's just gonna make me nervous because it thinks the battery is somewhere where it's not.
Right there, that's the part I'm talking about. Go back. That's what makes me interested about these drones. This shit, boy. These little motherfuckers look nifty on 50.
It makes me nervous because it thinks
they look fucking
the battery
nifty.
is somewhere where it's not. This battery's super freaking low. I gotta land over here.
Yep, land. To the right of that big bush.
I think I would have learned my lesson for the first time I flew the battery too low. But I saw the numbers dropping pretty quick and I was like, oh crap. I just set it down over there. That's what I get for not coming back in time. Figured it out. Just had to go into beta flight and adjust a few of these parameters. These are nothing like the DJI drones that basically tell you when you're on a low battery and flies itself back basically. You have to keep an eye on the voltage. Let's try the real thing now. Honestly, it flies freaking great. Like I can barely tell that the camera's on there.
Wow.
Yeah, I can whip this thing around pretty good, actually. The one thing I do wish it had.
Damn, did y'all see that? The damn drone fucking.
Yeah, I can whip this thing around pretty good, actually. The one thing I do wish it had was GPS. Not necessarily for like the GPS recovery, but I like to be able to look in the corner and see how fast I'm going so I could brag. This thing handles really good consider what I'm kind of pushing it to.
Whoa, you saw that right there? Look at the fucking the kickoff. The dust kickoff on that damn thing like a goddamn helicopter. That thing is powerful.
That was fun. All right, so basically my goal for this week is to fly a fast camera, 120 frames per second, on a fast drone. So 120 kilometers an hour. I gotta do the calculations there. Pretty sure it could do that. All right, first dive with the camera.
Damn, I want to drone.
All right, got 4 minutes of flight time. That's pretty good. Let's see if I can hit that landing pad, all right? Does it count? I mean, the propellers are kind of poking out, but... Now, just like anything that makes a lot of noise, it also draws a lot of attention, and there's definitely a few questions that everybody asks. How fast can that thing go? And in this case, this is the Luminar QAV Pro, and this is supposed to be able to fly over 86 miles per hour, but there are center lifters out there that can go faster. This is using the DJI O3 Air unit to send the video across, so in perfect conditions, we could get up to 10 kilometers. Currently, they do come with the original Air unit, but they set this one up with the O3 for me because I love the range and quality out of the new one, and they are going to be selling with the O3 as well. Now, even though this video is more about flying big cameras on big drones, I still love flying the little ones. I mean, with a small drone, I could just line it up.
See, look, they be having the little drones.
Just bail out last second. There's definitely some pros and cons to heavier setups like this. Like, it definitely has a lot more weight and you feel it. It's kind of the difference between trying to stop a bowling ball versus a baseball, right? This takes a little bit more momentum, so you have to pull out of dives a little bit early and all that. I feel like the benefit of this weight is that when I'm approaching a gap, there's not much of this like, whoa, it's just kind of like solid and locked on. So I do feel like when I'm approaching like a gap or something, I just have that finer control. So it's definitely a different flight experience, but I honestly love it. Like, it's so much fun. I'm having so much fun right now. Anyways, we're just stopping by here real quick to help out on a shoot. We're getting a Porsche that's driving down this road over here.
Fun?
Oh yeah. Always,
a little stressful.
Always a little like exciting.
It's always stressful.
Any little mistake is like $10,000 gone. I'm gonna try diving that mountain right there, but it's in the shade, so the exposure is gonna change when I get there. I'm actually gonna use the auto ND exposure. So my shutter speed, my f-stop, and ISO all stay locked in. The variable ND actually adjusts my exposure. Yeah, so flying with auto exposure. This will be interesting. Going straight down the lens here. But I would say this is probably a good turnaround point right here. And and gonna go in for the dive.
Dog, if you fucking
Man,
crash right
these
there,
things
bro.
fall so much faster than what I'm used to. As soon as I kind of just like let off and just go into a free fall, like this thing just goes. So yeah, man, this is pretty epic out here though. And I'm very curious what the auto exposure is doing. Don't show this landing, show the other one where I got it spot on.
That was perfect.
Oh, perfect. I think we finally got some good lighting and a cool subject.
Does he know how to do wheelies? Oh, yeah. There he goes.
This mistake is costing Amazon Prime shoppers big. Are you still?
Nah, look at this nigga, boy. He got the floor leaf clover hat. Look at this. Look at this motherfucker.
Using Prime? Because at this point,
Holy crap. He must be hitting at least 50.
Motherfucker gonna pop a wheelie. He ain't gonna pop a wheelie. Whatever the thing happens.
Definitely going so fast.
Holy
Holy cow.
You ain't gonna dunk it.
I'm almost at full throttle
You
here.
ain't gonna dunk it.
These are some fast wheelies here. Huge shout out to Kale. We were just driving around and we saw him on his bike. He was like, can we film you? And here we are now. I am super excited to see this footage.
You got great comedic timing too. They're like, can you do wheelies?
Yeah, and then just instantly like, oh my god, look at this mud on here.
They're like, oh, they're a PB2.
Hey, what's going on? Are you the other pilot?
Yeah.
How's it going? Gee, nice to meet you, man.
I love your stuff, by the
Oh,
way.
appreciate it. I heard another drone. It's like, that sounds like an FPV flying a cinema camera.
Well, I was like over there, then I was like, I hear something over here. I was like, which way am I
Nah,
facing? I
look
looked
how
at
they
GPS.
try to zoom
So you
in
were
on
out
his
here flying that
drone.
FX6 also.
He got
Yeah,
the little
but
baby
there's only a few of
drone.
us.
What are the odds of that?
That's fucked up.
My
This
setup?
nigga got the giant $2,000 drone.
You fly Komodo
This
also,
nigga
or are
got
you
the baby
all
little
Sony.
baby
for
drone.
the frame rate, or
And
Low
nigga
light
try to
and
zoom in
image
on his
quality.
drone
Everything
like
about
he
the
had a
Mamba
little
is
dick.
if I have a heavier lens, I can
He got
sit
a
the
little
battery
dick
back a
drone,
tiny
a
bit.
little drone dick.
Lock it in?
The drone
Oh, that's
ain't
cool.
fucking big dick like
do you
my
ever use
drone.
Catalyst Browse or Gyroflow?
I tried Gyroflow and it was gorgeous, man. It just looked like
God damn,
GoPro
dog,
footage,
this
but
fucking thing
cinema
is
quality.
fucking
I just couldn't
crazy,
believe
bro.
it.
You like the 20 mil?
Yes, this
I
is
like
like
this
24.
drone, bro.
Quick
I
hack
want
though.
that shit, bro.
I had some
That shit like a
problems
police
Uh-huh.
with the
drone or
battery
some
jiggling
shit.
back and forth, so I got some of the foam that you get in all your
Damn,
FPV
look
motors
at the
shoved
motors. They
between
need
there.
to
'Cause
upgrade the propellers.
Oh.
when this isn't here, like listen,
the
you have a
propeller
little
should
bit of
be a
play.
little
Oh,
lot. Give me like
interesting.
2
Are you
more
flying
inches on
Lumiere
them
batteries?
propellers.
yeah, that's the only thing I fly.
And a little duster here.
No, I think you
The
do.
propellers
Like,
look a little
what do you mean?
small, and they
No,
need to
mine
widen
looks
or maybe
perfect.
widen
you
them
just got
up.
back from Burning Man.
I can
No,
get
this
some
is
more
a filter.
lift.
It's the dirt
See,
filter.
they don't know. See, that's what I'm
dirt
saying.
bike
That's why
shots
I need
came
a
out
motherfucker,
really good.
you know what I
Now
mean?
we're
This is
back
what I
out
get
here.
paid the big
And look at
bucks.
this. So on this one, I'm going to try zoom in all the way
Bring me
into
into your
35 millimeters. So
establishment,
we're zoomed in,
institution,
which is kind
and I
of
make it
tough
better,
to
nigga. I
frame up the
analyze
shot
it.
exactly. But since I'm
Niggas
recording
take
at
this shit
120
as
frames per
criticism,
second,
but
even
at a
though the
real
shot is in
business
tight
level,
and I may not be framed
what
up
you want.
perfectly,
You
I
want
only
niggas
really
who
need it
can
to be
look
in
and
frame
see
for
you,
just like a
see
quick
what you're
second
doing,
so that I can
and
slow
tell
it
you
down
where
and
you're doing
expand that out to
wrong,
a
so
couple
you
of
can make
seconds.
better
Look at the
decisions.
boy ripping.
Go, dude. What do you guys think of the Jeep?
It
looks great.
Yeah.
Your efficiency vector.
I'm pretty sure my lens is just coated in dirt, so
on the individual
go ahead and
level,
bring that
level,
back.
you
I never
can
get
change
to
something
see
that's
the
called
drone
constructive
fly. I'm always that guy.
You're always in the goggles,
Yeah.
huh? What's the tightest lens you guys use?
Niggas don't like
28?
28? Is there a lot of guesswork in the framing on 35? It's pretty tight.
Yeah, you draw like
talk to a nigga about
lines.
they
Oh, you draw the lines on the goggles? I don't know how to do that. Because right now I'm just looking at a super wide image and I'm just like, I don't know, maybe some of it will be in frame, but
Throw the crosshairs up, and it'll help.
I've been asking for a light craft
This
sweater
nigga, these
forever.
niggas might be
Hell yeah.
telling me something.
Thank you. First impressions of the QAV Pro.
I like the thumb screws.
Jordan builds frames, so you know
Yeah.
this stuff. What are you looking at?
It's very wide. That's what I'm noticing. But it's really cool. It's like
See,
all
never
the
know.
machining
I'm very
beautifully
rare, so you
built.
gotta be
I like that it has
careful. Not
lights. You
everybody
see the
like
little
it.
lights?
Yeah. Can I fly right now?
Sure,
Cool.
Once your life, so if you base all these rules off of what I told you, you're gonna be like, damn, you fucked me up.
What do you mean the connecting rooms were not confirmed?
Like,
Exactly,
yeah,
not
go ahead and
confirmed.
keep doing
But they're
what
super
y'all
close, though. There's just
doing.
a courtyard in between them. Well,
for how windy it is.
If you go like a
What I
few
would
feet
encourage
behind
you
the
to do is
dust,
to
do you think
realize
it'll
how
take
to
down the
spot.
drone, or
If
you think you're pretty safe?
Really
You're pretty
bump
It just
into
clouds
one,
up the lens, so
know
I
how
guess
to
it's
spot
saved
it.
that for the end.
Be like, okay.
Oh, it's crazy. It like
That's the
barely
one right
even
there,
notices
not
that
two.
the wind
That's
is
the
here.
one, not the
You
two.
know, this thing flies pretty well,
You
man.
know?
We're gonna have to get you to fly one of
You
our
gotta know how to
rigs.
spot
See
it.
how high my
You can't
throttle is
spot
right
it,
now?
you
Yeah,
don't
it's
know.
in the middle,
You
It's
gonna fall through.
60%, yeah.
You
Know how
would
to
we wouldn't
spot.
even get
Okay.
up to this range with ours.
Well, this
Really?
nigga,
It's
you
better.
got eyes too. Look at the eye situation. They gave us the
Yeah,
bug
you
eyes. Now we
wouldn't
the
even
bug
get up
eyes.
to this range with ours.
Really?
Now we
It's better.
Illuminati bug eyes. Aw man, look at this shit, bro. It's like the model airplanes. Remember niggas used to fly the airplanes with the joystick just like this shit.
It's
60%, yeah.
we wouldn't even get up to this range with ours.
Really?
This battery's getting pretty low.
Yeah, we got about like 4 minutes.
It's just I can feel it starting to sag out here. It's definitely heavy. I think the heft of it is helping it in this scenario because we're getting a ton of wind and it's kind of just able to push through it. It's very stable.
60 mil, 120 frames per second. Do you guys do a lot of 120?
If we do shoot high speed, we shoot a lot with the Wave.
Are you guys getting the new FreeFly camera?
I want
The Ember?
I want one.
We really got to switch to 03. It's incredible.
Once I switched over, I can't really go back.
It's a lot heavier than our rigs.
Yeah.
But it kind of helps with the stability. You're not gonna get like the maximum performance, but you'll be able to film really well with it.
It feels ready to go right out of the box
Yeah.
though, which is sweet.
I want you to try flying one of ours.
Oh damn, this wind is crazy.
Yeah, it is.
So you guys fly 12
They got their
Yes.
own. Everybody
Custom
got their own little
made,
setup.
just all the power you
See,
can
man, I'm about to
possibly
make
put
my
into it.
own
I think
drone.
these are
dog.
carbon
I'm about to
fiber
have me the
propellers.
drone, the whiskey,
The carbon
whiskey.
I don't know if I can fly this
Whiskey
thing.
1, whiskey
No,
2,
if
nigga.
this
The
goes
whiskey
down,
1
I'll
and the
take
whiskey 2
responsibility and
drone.
repair that one.
Come on now.
Oh man, they're letting me fly a light
Don't kill
craft
my
rig.
shit. Don't try to
How he says that, I get a little more nervous.
So on this thing, you would never really
Nigga be
hit the
trying to
full
jack the
throttle.
swagger.
No.
Oh, this
Make
is
me a drone. My
smart.
drone
Then
about
you
to be
can't yank
sick.
it out.
Okay, that's what I need to do.
My drone's gonna be a UFO type shit.
Yeah, you
know
look
what
good
I
out
mean?
there.
My drone
Got the
got a
power to
UFO
get around
technology,
Man,
a
it
little
could,
mini
yeah, I could
UFO.
swing it pretty
And
easily.
then
Like
y'all
I'm
gonna
barely
understand
over
why it fly.
50% throttle.
Right.
I
It
want
still
my
feels
shit like
heavy in
that.
the
I
terms
don't
of
want
like
my
the
shit to be
momentum,
standing.
but in terms of just trying to get out of
when you
things,
see
it's
my
like
shit, you
easy.
be like, how the
Right.
fuck is that
Oh,
flying?
look
They don't
at
even
that.
got the air, nigga.
Yeah.
Because it's more than
okay,
like the
yeah,
UFO. The UFOs fly, they don't got wings. There's more
I
than
haven't
one
crashed
way to fly.
drone
nigga.
yet on this video,
You
which
just
is
flying
flying
the
I gotta
way you
fix
saw the
that.
white
Not
man
one of
fly.
yours,
Like the
not
Wright
one of
brothers.
ours.
Everybody that's been
About
copying
like
the Wright brothers,
70%
ain't
throttle
nobody
here.
increase
Holy
the
crap.
design, nigga. I'm copying them UFOs.
Yeah,
I
it's
seen
bad,
a
dog.
ball
You're
of
not
light
giving me addiction.
float
Will
around,
help
nigga.
with
My
his
drone
addiction.
float
How's the
around.
wind affecting it?
It's
Everything
not bad,
is inside
honestly.
of whatever this
You
thing
know,
is.
the drone is fine.
Young Tactical
I'm like
Bucks
being
around.
blown around though.
A whiskey
That was
1, whiskey
auxiliary.
2,
A
nigga.
12S.
They probably won't
It's
even
just like
let us
the
in. Whenever I
intimidation.
do,
But
they
after
won't
you
even
get
let
up
me
in the
do
air, it
nothing.
just like can go faster.
They
but
gonna
it
try to
doesn't
take
have
my
to go
shit down.
faster. I never hit
I'm like,
full
you can't
throttle
sell
at
that.
all.
Why
Like,
can't
just
I
coming
sell
out
it?
of a
You let
dive,
these
I might be
niggas
at
sell
like
whatever they
70%.
sell.
You could commit to a dive
Why
much
can't I
longer.
say why
These
can't the
just
great
drop
people
so
be great?
fast, like
They're
they
heavy.
accelerate
Come on, man.
to
Rest in
terminal
peace, Nikola
velocity like
Tesla, man.
instantly.
They're really
Come
heavy.
on, man.
Yeah.
Let the great be great,
Takes
man.
a
That's
lot of
why
power
this
to
world
pull
is
out
so
of those.
shitty.
Yeah.
but
You got the gimbal FPV
you all
out?
keep
Yeah,
letting
man.
these
Put a little
pussy
RS3 and a
motherfuckers kill the
Komodo.
great. Kill off all
I
the
used to
greats.
have a Wrangler, so
That's why I say I fuck with
brings
Donald
back
Trump.
good old
Let
memories.
my nigga be great. All he want to do is make America great again.
There
You
we
live in America.
Oh my gosh,
What the fuck is better? What the fuck? Let that nigga do what he
I miss
wants.
my
That's what
Jeep.
he wants.
Here, Gene.
Alrighty,
we will-
guys.
You live in America. This
See
nigga
you
talking
later,
about he
homie.
want to make America great again. Sounds like a win to me. Sounds like a fucking what they call a win to me. That's what they maybe Joe. Maybe if Joe tried to make America a little great, he might have to say, you gotta get up. If the wave is that people want their country to be better, and you want to be elected, you should be talking about how you I think that's
Oh crap! Oh crap! I can't see. I can't see.
Okay. Hold on.
Hold on.
You can't see anything?
No, nothing. Hold on.
Okay, you can just land right slow. You're about to hit 2 feet.
Hold on. Wait.
Okay.
Holy crap! Oh my god, I lost visual for a second on that. A piece of mud just went straight into the lens. Oh my God, how's the camera doing? That's what happened to my lens. In my goggles, I could see the particles flying past and I'm just like, oh, this is gonna be so nice. Let me just put the camera right here. It just looks so good, just right in here. And then one just went straight into my eyes. And I was like, I'm blind. I had to take off my goggles and get like, find it quickly and then fly it back. But oh my gosh, that was freaking awesome. I'm excited for that shot. Because we shot it at 120 also. Yeah.
Is this the Inspire 2.5?
Sammy builds drones from the ground up, like printing the carbon fiber and all that stuff.
I designed, fabricated, designed it with Josh.
This is what I've been flying.
Oh, this is light.
You just strip it off and have it as a box camera.
That was crazy.
4K
right
120.
there.
The one downside of 120.
What y'all thinking about this shit?
Sammy, I don't know how to set this up. Can you do this for me? You want to try
Shouts
flying?
out to him.
I'll
Shouts
fly. Yeah,
out to
feels
him.
a
Check his channel out.
little
Bravo
bit
Jet,
like
you see
doggish.
this shit on
It's probably
YouTube,
just the
don't
props.
fucking
So
flag
it's
me.
not.
Just entertaining
It's grippy
information
around the
purposes.
corners.
Freedom of
Yeah, I
Information
mean, it
Act.
still has plenty
Just wanted to
enough.
see
I
what
noticed
you were
that for the
doing.
most
This
part,
was
it's pretty
just
stable. Like,
informational
Oh, yeah,
purposes.
pretty stable.
rarely requires
This
stabilization.
was
Overall,
just
it flies
for
pretty good.
informational
I
purposes.
think
Just
that
wanted
you
to
could literally, if you change
get
the
a little
props.
better knowledge
I
of
just
how
don't wanna
these
cook
people
the
were
motor,
operating with
but-
their
Yeah,
drones.
you won't.
Yeah.
That's the same motors we have.
So yeah, I went ahead and ordered some.
Told you he needed more different propellers.
There's never been a better time to get away. With a great deal on the Hyundai you've always wanted. It's your journey. Own every mile at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Now's the time to...
All right, we're on the road traveling to shoot a project right now. Bringing out a lot of the goodies. We got FPV drones, we got the Cinelifter, we got some scuba gear even. But this is the new thing right here. I don't know if I want to advertise that there's like almost $20,000 worth of drone gear. We need to change out this label for something that no one wants to steal.
Student loans.
Student loans. Actually rolls really nice. Whee! The video we're shooting out here should be pretty explosive.
That video's gonna really pop off.
Man, they got the $20,000 drone.
You said
gear.
30 miles that
Those
way
are
is Area
nigga about to
51?
catch a
We're
lick.
like, we should just
Nigga
go
about
over
to
and
hit
check on the
him.
aliens.
Yeah,
If you
this
try to
is-
get that
don't
thing
do that,
even
though.
like
Don't do
remotely
that,
close, they'll
guys.
just
That's
down
not a
it
good
immediately.
behavior.
But we got
strategy.
DJI
You
Care.
see somebody
They
and they got
cover
some nice
everything
shit.
pretty much.
Hello,
So-
You ain't
DJI
got
Care.
shit. That-
I
that's-
accidentally
that's
flew my
your
drone
sign
next
to
to
let you
Area
go.
51.
I mean, they cover flyaways too, so I'm pretty sure it also covers
Oh no,
getting
my
shot
drone
down by the Air
flew
Force.
away into
You
the
might
most
be
restricted
suboptimal, brother.
airspace in the world.
So
I know
updated
you-
new
I know
batteries.
you
These are
walk around feeling like
TB51.
Maximum.
Downside is that they're not cross-compatible
But
with the
if you
previous
walk around and you
version,
thinking
so
you
you will have to
Maximum,
get new batteries if you have
and
a bunch of
you see some
TB50s.
niggas doing better
but
than you, and
these are
you
supposed
feel like
be
you want to
better.
steal that shit.
4 or
then
5
that
presses.
should be your
This
reality.
thing should wake up.
Use that as a
Check it out.
reality check. Oh wow, I like that.
They made the
Oh,
prop
that's
so
the
you
one I'm
literally
gonna
can't
buy.
put the wrong one on.
Oh,
7-inch
I like
displays,
that one. This the
1200
one right
nits,
here.
so
Oh, this
bright
a
enough to see
DJI
in
drone.
straight daylight, which is nice.
DJI,
What's really
them
cool is that
niggas,
these are
they
hot
fuck with them.
swappable.
See
If
how
you want
that
to swap
shit was
out batteries,
Illuminati?
it's got an internal battery
Go back,
inside.
go
So
back.
that
Look how that thing was
7-inch
Illuminati.
displays, 12. This thing
Look how
should
that thing was
wake up.
Illuminati. That's what I'm saying. That's what I want my drone to do.
4 or 5
My
presses.
shit look like it's
and this
from
thing
fucking
should
Illuminati.
wake up.
Look, boom, look at
Check
the
it out.
Illuminati. Whoa, Illuminati.
They made the prop so you
whoa,
literally
go back,
can't-
Illuminati.
Check it out.
They
They made the prop so you literally can't put the wrong one on. 7-inch displays, 1200 nits, so bright enough to see in straight daylight, which is nice. What's really cool is that these are hot swappable. If you want to swap out batteries, it's got an internal battery inside so that you can keep it on. As long as you've got batteries charging, you can pretty much keep this all on without ever having to turn it off. So big deal with Inspire is that we have 2 cameras on here. So this is the FPV camera. Pilot will look through this. It's a 1/1.8-inch sensor in here, but down here is the filming camera. They're calling it the X9 Air, and basically what you would get out of the 8K Ronin 4D, but just kind of trimmed down a little bit so it's lighter weight. Downside is that it does not have built-in ND.
How much is this junk?
Batteries charging, you could pretty much keep this all on without ever
Damn,
having to
dog,
turn it
I
off.
like
So
this
big
one. I
about
want a
batteries
drone for
charging, you could
Christmas.
pretty much keep this all on without ever
I'm
having
about
to
to
turn it
fly
off.
my
So big
drone,
deal with
boy.
Inspire
Nigga about
is
to be
that
out
we have
there
2
fly a
cameras on here. So
drone.
this is the FPV
That
camera.
junk got
Pilot
the
will look through
carbon
this. It's a
fibers. Look at the fibers.
1/1.8-inch
That thing got
sensor in
them
here.
fibers.
But down here is the filming camera. They're calling it the X9 Air, and basically what you would get out of
Did
the
it come with a camera already on it? I can't.
without ever having to turn it off. So big deal with Inspire is that we
Hold on, the camera, that's a $20,000 camera though? Oh, that's
But
why
we
they
got
said it was
DJI Care,
20,000.
and they cover everything pretty much.
Hello,
So,
DJI Care. I accidentally flew my drone next to Area 51.
I mean, they cover
Oh, look, he just
flyaways.
said the same thing. He just said I
DJI
just flew
Care.
my drone
I
next to
accidentally
Area
flew my
51.
drone next to
You know
Area
what I mean?
51.
That's
I mean,
what
they
I'm saying.
cover
You gotta have a
flyaways
drone,
too,
this
so I'm
drone
pretty
shit.
sure it also covers
Oh no,
getting
my
shot
drone
down by the Air
flew
Force.
away
UFO
into
gotta
the
be
most
connected.
restricted airspace
y'all
in
don't
the
understand.
world.
So updated new batteries. These are
It's not
TB51.
uncommon
Downside
for
is
a
that they're
nigga
not
to think
cross compatible
UFO
with the
when he thinking
previous
drone.
version,
That's
so
why I
you
say
will
I
have to
wanna
get
have
new
me a
batteries
drone
if you have a
UFO.
bunch of TB50s. But these
Okay,
are
so
supposed
the
to
camera
be
don't
better.
come on
1,
it
2, 3,
already.
4, 5
Gotta
presses,
put it on.
and this thing should wake
You
up.
got battery
Check it
1,
out.
battery 2. Oh, look, there
They
it
made
is.
the prop so you literally can't put the wrong one on. 7-inch displays, 1200 nits, so bright enough to see in straight daylight, which is nice. What's really cool is that these are hot swappable. So you want to swap out batteries, it's got an internal battery inside so that you can keep it on. As long as you got batteries charging, you can pretty much keep this all on without ever having to turn it off. So big deal with Inspire is that we have two cameras on here. So this is the FPV cameras. Pilot will look through this. It's a 1/1.8 inch sensor in here, but down here is
absorption when he landed that
FPV
bitch.
cameras. Pilot will look through this. It's a 1/1.8 inch sensor in here, but down new batteries if you have a bunch of TB50s. The prop so you literally can't put the wrong one on. 7-inch displays, 1200 nits, so bright enough to see in straight daylight, which is nice. What's really cool is that these are hot swappable. So you want to swap out batteries, it's got an internal battery inside so that you can keep it on. As long as you got batteries charging, you can pretty much keep this all on without ever having to turn it off. So big deal with Inspire is that we have two cameras on here. So this is the FPV cameras. Pilot will look through this. It's a 1/1.8 inch sensor in here, but down here is the filming camera. They're calling it the X9 Air, and basically what you would get out of the 8K Ronin 4D, but just kind of trimmed down a little bit so it's lighter weight. Downside is that it does not have built-in ND filters, so we have to still thread them up front, but that does help with weight and battery life and all that stuff. So let's get this thing in the air. Full stick forward on sport mode. I'm generally getting around 49 miles per hour. Feeling pretty good about this shot. Nice wide angle. What do you think, Sam?
This is fine.
This is kind of cool. It's made by LoomCube and meets all federal drone regulations and requirements. We're going to be doing a little bit of flying after dark. Looks like it's just a little Velcro. This thing weighs nothing. And now we have a beacon. You usually want the landing gears up when you're in the air so that your secondary camera can pan around without the landing legs getting in the shot. But there's actually some benefits of having the landing gears down. It almost has like this nose up angle to it. So with that, you can actually tilt the camera up higher without seeing the drone. So anytime you want to get a shot where you're kind of looking up at something, which we will be utilizing today. And also the max flight time is 28 minutes, but the way you get that is actually having the legs down and moving forward at a cruising speed. You actually get less battery life if you're just hovering still because you're kind of hovering above your prop wash. It's auto landing because it's low battery right now, so let's just see how accurate this is. Not bad. 6 inches off. With the RTK positioning, it would probably just be like dead on. Having that dual native ISO at 4000 is definitely saving us here. Dang, that thing is bright.
That's brighter than my future.
And from the testing we've kind of done, the higher base definitely looks pretty good. So definitely a big upgrade there.
Whoa. I was getting dinner for everyone. What was that? Look at this.
Which is nice. But it is worth noting that after 30 frames per second, you do lose a in that full frame sensor, which is nice. But it is worth noting that after 30 frames per second, you do lose a little bit of dynamic range, I think down to 13 stops instead of the 14.5 we usually get. And also the dual native ISO bases go down to 320 and 1600. And these shots were really tricky to get because we really have no point of reference on what we're aiming the camera at. But after some trial and error, eventually we figured out a good system. So I was looking at the wide angle FPV camera, which is much better in low light than the previous version. And it was just enough detail for me to figure out the trajectory of the firework. I would tell Sam which way it's headed and he could shift the gimbal around just to try to square up.
Slightly to the right.
And after we got all the shots we needed, we definitely pushed in a little bit tighter. This is why you get DJI Care.
What happened?
What happened? Nothing happened yet.
You might outgrow the camera and then i.e. outgrow the drone, even though the drone's functionality was still perfect, but the camera's functionality is no longer adequate. Come on, hello. Come on. Young time ago, I don't know if that was too big for y'all. You might gotta go back to class. And that was
Yeah,
too
that was
big
cool.
for
We
you. That's
definitely
why
got
you
some
need
cool
to
stuff
go
over
back to
there.
class.
Now, what's interesting about having a camera
You
this
need to go
good
back
on
to
a drone is that it
class.
is just
That
as
was too
useful
big.
on the ground as well. It's like an instant remote head. There were a few fireworks that went off over 4
Well, Mimi about to
landing
come
legs.
and
You can see the
motherfucking
head
cook some
and the
food for a
propellers
nigga.
in.
Let me rub on her butt and fucking around.
And if you've managed to make a
Fucker
smarter
her
person
butt.
by doing so, like seriously, my brain
And I'm
doubles
gonna
in
send her
size
in
every
the
time I
house,
watch
make her
one of
do
his
the
videos.
dishes. Make you do the
Or do
dishes.
you want to?
Operating the
Fuck you and your ass, make you do the dishes.
That's all.
Oh, you got a Spark, yeah. You gotta get a FPV drone next. That's the next one. Do you know about FPV drones?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Tried to did it and then bring it in Hawaii. Guess what?
I like that.
I'm guessing it never came back. Maybe we should try 4K 120. Maybe 60 just for the hard drive space. 4K.
You're like, he's not gonna get any amazing 4K 120 shots. Let's not waste the space.
50 mil is definitely
But they
gonna
know
be
DJ,
quite
I
a bit
got that
trickier.
goddamn
Yeah,
DJ,
there
I
we
be
go.
paying
Nice,
these
very
niggas
nice.
too.
Nailed it.
What is more
forget.
stressful, driving the truck or trying to follow it?
Guess we'll find out soon enough, huh?
Yep. The worst cinematography ever
No,
of Potato Jet.
right.
You'll be like, stick to science. Jump coming here,
go.
jump coming here.
Woo,
Got
there
some
we go.
air,
Okay,
yeah.
we got it. All right, cool. So let's see if we could get a little more proximity. I'll get
Let's
a
do
little
it.
bit tighter.
Let's do it.
Make it a little bit more challenging for you.
That's a nice shot.
Yeah, there we go.
Wonder how they feel about this. I feel terrified.
Nigga, I got 5 kids.
Jesus.
How you feel about proximity?
I like it.
Yeah, all
I
right.
like
I like
it's an
being-
extra challenge.
I'll do a chase then. I'm chasing.
Let's get it.
Yeah,
Oh, I
get
like
there in
that
the dust.
dust.
Yes, 8.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, it doesn't have to be in the middle of frame. We should shoot 8K.
Yeah.
And you can just punch in.
You're doing great, honestly. Like, I think the experience from flying Mavics has really, it carries over. That stick control, you know?
Yeah, I appreciate you saying. Just as he's saying stick control. Yes.
Yeah, there we go. Now we're really nailing it. Doesn't it feel kind of fun to be able to do these really long sideways profile shots without worrying about,
Running into something
Yeah.
on the side.
because I'm not even looking at the truck. If I was focused on framing up the shot, I couldn't position as well, you know what I mean?
Well, if I was focusing on flying, it would really be crashed.
You excited to be out there next? I'm gonna chase you with the FPV maybe afterwards.
I think that'll be fun.
Here we go.
And third. Go in and accelerate.
How you feeling about this, Derek?
Terrified, honestly. So I think like Carrie should go first. I think.
I think
like,
so.
As a gentleman.
A huge shout out to Speed Vegas. They're letting us jump these trucks and also chase it with a Cita lifter. If you're ever looking for something crazy to do and you find yourself in Las Vegas, definitely stop by and tell them Potato Jet sent you. I don't think they'll do anything for you, to be honest, but maybe it'll get them to bring me back, and I really want to take some of their supercars out for a couple laps.
Yeah. How was it?
It was awesome.
Was it pretty scary?
They really they make it easy. How was it? Did you love it?
I can't wait to go.
I had a blast. No, it was
Yeah.
great. It was
Oh.
great.
Alright.
Terrifying.
Well, I think we get the point here,
Oh
guys.
my goodness.
Once again, that was strictly for informational entertainment purposes. Well, we just trying to understand and get a better understanding. Might get on this game after this one.
We got to look at deliberate versus a driving force. And everything we're going to talk about is stuff that you guys can look up online. It's out there, it's public knowledge, some way, shape, or form. We're just going to kind of combine this and put it into one video for the viewers, right? Well, for you guys. Deliberate. What does that mean? I'm taking my time. right? That means I'm gonna take my time, I'm gonna check every little thing that's going on, I'm not gonna expose myself too much, I'm not gonna put myself or anybody around me at too much risk. I wanna take it nice and easy, let the situation develop a little bit, okay? Driving force means, no, we are going. I have to stop, in law enforcement terms, they say stop the kill.
What does a professional SEER specialist carry in his pack for 2 weeks of sustainment out in the wild?
We've spent plenty of time outdoors, backpacking, hiking, camping, but we wanted to know what Mitch Viumf, a SEER specialist, actually carries in his pack.
Who, by the way, did all this
there. The other thing that I like about it is these bags have a detachable top portion that can come off completely. And if I want to do a quick day hike, I can improvise straps for this as well. Then I have a little day pack I can bring with me out into the woods, and I don't have to carry around the entire thing. I can set up a base camp and just go out and back and do multiple different little trips. I know other companies are doing that as well now. Like Mystery Ranch has a little day pack thing attachment that they're doing to a lot of their packs now too, and you can clip them on, take them off. I just haven't gotten one of theirs yet. They look great. But this is one of the reasons.
That's why I'm doing this
day pack thing attachment that they're doing to a lot of their packs now too, and you can clip them on, take them off. I just haven't gotten one of theirs yet. They look great. But this is one of the reasons why I keep this one and I use it so often is I can just grab this little day bag and I have everything else that I need for a quick little stint inside of it, right?
I have several packs with one of those, and I never even thought to use it like that.
That's what I'm saying, because that's
like, oh, it's just a nice little top
no
patch.
one thinks of that shit because it's stupid.
So thanks
that
already.
Doesn't make any
Yeah,
sense.
there you go.
Right,
so like inside of the top portion of the bag, I'll keep some essentials like a tarp with 550 cord on it. This I can use for shelter. I can use as a pack cover for myself and my bag as I'm hiking around, covering up both me and the pack, protecting me during like the rain and everything. So I always try to keep a poncho with me regardless of the setup that I'm in. It's a great immediate action shelter, and it's a great way to protect yourself from the environment really quickly. So that one I always keep quickly and easily accessible, as well as a med kit appropriate for the environment. The biggest injuries that I've seen in the wilderness and hiking and everything else like that is broken legs and knife wounds or axe wounds, depending on the tools that they're using. Trained professionals putting axes straight inside of their foot, straight through their calf, like filleting their shins, or they just step wrong and their foot gets caught between two logs and they keep going with the weight of their pack and it just snaps their shin. So one of the important things that I always have inside of my med kit when I go out is a SAM splint. That way I know if we do break something or somebody else breaks something, I can splint it up. I can add a rigid protective material to it to protect it and keep them moving throughout any of the injuries that are happening.
Makes sense.
Right? So that's a big one. And then you have your other common things in here like combat gauze if you get an impaled stick through a fall or something like that. Standard bandages, boo-boo kits that are inside of it as well. A whole bunch of other things. Really bad injuries, all sorts of other different things, right? So lots of different stuff. Paul's more knowledgeable on like all the medical terms of everything. I just know how to fill the holes and make things stop coming out and patch it up so that it still stays functional and people can move again. I'm not a doctor by any means.
Sure.
So that's something that I always try to keep with me in my bag. That way, when injuries do happen, because they always happen when you don't want them to, you got taken care of.
What pack is that?
This is a
Blue Force gear of some kind.
Yeah, it's a Blue Force gear TKN empty med. So I think this is like their IFAC system that they had, so it can attach to a plate carrier and everything. But it's just easy to keep in the top of my bag and go around everywhere with me. Other things is small hole leak. So try to make it small because you don't always want to have a massive container. Sometimes you actually want 2 containers for water. One that you can actually drink out of and one that you're actually still waiting for the purification process to finish up in. as far as that. So I like those platypus bags for that reason, as well as like the thread tops. If you're using like the Sawyer filter systems, it'll thread directly onto that.
Nice.
So you can fill it up with water, put one of the Sawyer filters, and if it's still see-through, like the water doesn't have a bunch of sediment and everything onto it, you can put the Sawyer filter right on it and just start drinking.
Nice.
Right?
Something Mitch already pointed out is that taking something into the woods weighs something. Ounces equals pound, pounds equals pain.
Man,
sheet metal or tin out in the woods, putting it up against a big tree, and something like that is as good as...
Okay. Pause right here, okay? Special tactical director Tim, sir. You want to be hyper effective in all situational environments, okay? All this crap he talking about, he gonna get killed by my team. He gonna get killed by my team. That other nigga gonna get killed by my team. I don't see nothing in that situational effectiveness. If you're going in the woods, you better be fucking woodman. Okay? I don't care about all that weight and shit. Weight equals power. You can't carry what you need, then you're not a combat effective unit. If you're not a unit, you're a lone wolf, then you already set yourself up. There's nothing wrong with being a lone wolf, but just know that lone wolves, I don't know what happens to lone wolves. I don't know if you ever have, I ain't never seen a lone wolf. I think that's a stupid term. I ain't seen lone wolves. Wolves don't stay lone. That's the wolves run in packs. If you're gonna be alone, your ass need to be a bear. Lone bear, nigga. And what are bears? Big and heavy, and they got what it takes to run alone. Little pussy boy wolf. That's what I'm saying. You want to be hyper effective. Bears are hyper effective for the woods. That's why they live in them. If your ass come in the woods and come across a bear, kiss your ass goodbye, because he is the woods. He's the king of the woods. Damn grizzly bear. Fucking 9 feet fucking tall, damn grizzly bear. One swipe will cut your whole body up with them big ass claws, them bear claws. Big bear. Grrr, 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 big bear. Grrr. Hit him with that. Grrr, grrr. He a little wolf. Grrr. Big bear hit his ass. Grrr.
Gold. That brings me to one of our sponsors of this video.
Shut up. We don't care
to
about
something.
your sponsors. We just want to get some information from.
I'll say diarrhea has a purpose. Your body is trying to get rid of feeling terrible.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like, diarrhea in the woods comes with like water purification tablets, alcohol wipes, like the Sawyer filter systems. Chemical osmosis and electricity added to salt water. It'll actually take the salt water with all the filled lines for how much salt to put in it, how much water to put in it to mix it up. And then you put some inside of the top. And then I can push a button on this guy, start making sodium chloride, also known as bleach. Sodium chloride, also known as bleach.
Oh my gosh.
He showed me this yesterday, and my first reaction was...
Sodium chloride, also known as bleach. Sodium chloride, also known as bleach.
Oh my gosh.
He showed me this yesterday, and my first reaction was, you can drink bleach?
Well, in low doses,
so
right?
you see all the bubbles that are forming in there?
Yeah.
That's it, literally using the electricity that's being pumped through it, that's saved in a small battery from the solar panel, with the salt and the water, and creating my own bleach that is going to be the perfect ratio for 2 liters of water right now.
That's pretty rad.
It smells like bleach. I mean, obviously, like, I can smell it.
Oh, yep. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, it's potent.
Yeah.
Right? So I'll take this in the truck with me when I'm overlanding and stuff like that. That way I can fill up the whole.
Now that's hyper effective. See, now my man, he gets a seal of approval.
Whoa.
You see that? That's hyper effective.
And then I can
That's some shit, nigga. You like, what the fuck, nigga? You can use that anywhere, anytime, anywhere, everywhere, anytime, all time, every
halt
time,
it so that I can get
that's
back to it.
hyper-effective, nigga. That shit
It has a purpose.
that
The
got
body
me
is trying to
intrigued.
get rid of some of the
That just
toxins that
gotta
are inside of
rewind.
it.
That's what I'm talking about.
But there is a certain
Now,
point
my
where you're
man,
like,
yeah, I
okay,
mean,
this is dangerous.
now
I
I'm
need
giving him
to
some points.
slow this
Yeah,
down
yeah,
at a
what the
minimum,
fuck?
if not halt it, so
Now
that
he's
I
starting to
can
look
get
like a
back
bruh.
to a healthy state and
This
rehydrate
nigga making his
myself.
own bleach,
Sure.
nigga.
Oh,
That
yeah.
mean any
So
kind of
that's
water.
that's
is
why I
life.
like to keep those
That mean
around.
he can
It
live
keeps
out
it in a
this bitch
nice
indefinitely.
waterproof
As long
sealed
as he got
container,
solar,
and it's already
he
set
got
up,
his
ready to
solar
go.
power.
And they're not that
I can
expensive
mix
to
my
get.
bleach into the water.
As far as
Oh, yeah, these
like
niggas, that's what I'm saying.
long-term water purification, these guys are freaking awesome. I've been using it for years. It's an H2Go setup. So this guy is solar powered. It can be recharged off of a USB port, and it takes table salt, which I can store up in the top sections here. And it's a rubber seal, so it keeps it separate. And through the process of chemical osmosis and electricity added to salt water, it'll actually take the salt water with all the fill lines for how much salt to put in it, how much water to put in it to mix it up. And then you put some inside of the top. And then I can push a button on this guy, start making sodium chloride, also known as bleach.
Oh my gosh.
He showed me this yesterday, and
That's
my
crazy.
first
You can
reaction
make
was,
your own bleach.
you can drink bleach?
Because all it is fucking...
Well, in low doses.
So you see all the bubbles that are
chemical,
forming?
all
in
Yeah.
that shit is
That's it,
science.
literally
chemistry.
using the electricity
And so
that's
all
being
bleach
pumped through,
is
that's
salt,
saved in a
water,
small
and
battery from the
electricity,
solar panel
electrolyzation.
with the salt
And
and
so
the
that's what
water,
you buying
and
out
creating
at the
my own
grocery
bleach
store,
that's
and
going to
you
be the
thinking, damn,
perfect
this
ratio
shit,
for
this
2 liters
bleach
of
is
water
so
right
powerful. I don't know how they make this
That's
shit,
pretty
bitch.
rad.
All they
It smells
do
like
is
bleach.
electrification.
I mean,
And
obviously,
water
like,
is
I can
easy
smell
to
it.
come by, and salt is
Oh,
easy to
yep.
come by.
Yep.
Yeah,
When
it's
you look
potent.
at your Clorox
right?
and you realize,
So
damn,
I'll
you
take
tell
this in
me they
the
make
truck
that
with
much
me
money off of salt and
when I'm
water?
overlanding and stuff like that.
and
That way I can
electricity?
fill up a whole jerry can of
because you
water,
all don't
and I
understand
can
how
purify it
chemistry
on the go. I don't
Because they
need to
keep that
bring
shit
like a
secret.
massive thing
That's
of it.
what all
I can
this
just bring
shit
a little
is.
bit
Ain't none of
and
this
fill,
shit magical.
clean it
Like
along
they
the
make
way.
you think you
And
can
this will
make your
do
own
up to
laptop.
20 liters
You
of
can
water
make anything, you
on
can
its
do
own.
anything you want.
Unbelievable.
How
And
often do you
one
have to refresh the
Stop
salt?
letting these niggas make it seem
You
like
So
they
you
don't that
top
much.
that
That
off.
you guys saw how much water that took.
Yeah.
I haven't changed this out in a year.
That's awesome.
And the cool thing is, like, you can use like standard bleach in a little bottle like this and do like a couple drops, and there's a specific ratio out there, and I usually keep that written down in a book with me just in case, because it's important to remember, because if you do too much bleach, it'll have the same effect as if you actually ingested parasites and bacteria inside of the water, and you'll have the runs and vomiting and everything else like that, just like too much and too little.
Yeah.
So it's the same. So getting the right ratio is important, but also for store-bought bleach, the second that you pop the seal on it, it will only maintain its potency for 30 days. So once you pop it off, it's like you have 30 days until all of that bleach is not going to disinfect your water.
Gotcha.
So that's why
Wow.
I like this guy.
So the-
It's
the-
smaller. I don't have to think as
The
much.
bleach don't even
Once I have it
last for
set up and
30
I know how
days.
it
Look, he
works
done
and
told you the
operates,
true
I
secret.
can just run it
So
through
if you
and
buy-
then pour it
most
inside of
people
the
don't
water
use all
source.
that bleach in 30 days.
And then that would have been 2 liters of
Oh,
water that would
got
been
him.
completely clean to
So
drink
you buy
in
that
about
big
30
ass
minutes of it
container
shaking
of the
around.
bleach,
Unbelievable. Yeah.
but you don't even use
Other-
that much bleach.
Yeah, I love those little guys. Zach actually just started selling them on his
That's
website.
crazy.
Brew Candy Provisions.
Yeah,
So in
Nice.
reality,
I think
all you need is a little
today or
thing of bleach.
yesterday is when it's off. And then
But
I
you
also
don't-
bring
niggas buy a
some
big
like
old
emergency
Clorox thing of
electrolytes
bleach,
with
and
me
then
as
it just
well.
sits
It
underneath
doesn't
the
have to be
cabinet
liquid
for
IVs.
months, when it only
Gatorade
is
packets
good
work
for
really
1
well
month.
too.
Come on, they
Salt
died,
water
they working
works
well,
good,
which one
but
you working?
having a mixture of like
Which
soda
one
dust,
you
salt
working?
water,
I'm the only
potassium,
nigga up
all that
early
sort of stuff
morning
helps
with
you
the
stay
30-30.
hydrated for a longer period of time as well.
Come on,
So
nigga. Drug
those are
folk hit
some of
that
the water
goddamn
things that I
narrative.
try to keep with me at
I
all
don't know what
times,
you doing, but
regardless
nigga,
of
we
where we're
working.
going, as well as a light source. Headlamps are great because then I don't have to use my hands. And then other maintenance tools to go with it. So sewing kit
Oh,
to
yeah, that
repair
sewing kit. I
equipment
actually
and
like
clothing
sewing.
and everything else
I
like
don't care
that.
if you call me
If you don't
gay,
know
I
how to
don't think it's gay,
sew,
though. I
learn.
felt- I didn't
Talk
feel
to your
the gay
mom, your
energy,
grandma,
and I
anybody
enjoyed it. I
else
thought it
like
was
that.
very
Like you
relaxing.
should know how to
Everybody should
sew.
start sewing. I remember back in the day,
It's an
they
important
showed those
skill,
little old ladies
and it's a
sewing
lost
shit,
art
rocking in them chairs.
amongst
and
a
I was
lot
like,
of our
damn, you know
generation.
what? This sewing
I
shit is
also
good.
keep an extra
fun to
duty
do,
thick
and then
sewing needle
you
in my
get like
cap
this
when I'm going out.
satisfaction, like because every human runs off of
because this
being
guy can
satisfied
use
by
the inner cord of
accomplishing
550
goals.
in
you
order
get
to
the
stitch up
satisfaction
big holes and make
being
other
fucking,
items and
I
everything
made
else
this.
like that.
You like, and every
So
time you see
these guys
it,
are great
you
for like heating up, lancing, blisters, and everything else like that, as well as like repairing gear
every time you look at it, you like, damn, I did this. Like,
those little kits are good for clothing,
you see this
but
hoodie,
like if my pack was to rip and I'm having to stuff it with a lot of gear, that thread is probably going to bust on
like,
me.
look at me, bitch.
But in your cord of 550, it'll hold a little bit stronger, so I try to keep that with me as well.
I feel like a seamstress.
We could have stopped here, and I'd be like, hold on, I need to go take notes, I gotta go buy stuff, I need to practice sewing, I gotta purify water, and
oh yeah,
that's insane.
There's a lot to it.
Multi-tools
Multi-tools are awesome too. Pliers are one of the most underrated tools in the world. You need to grab a hold of something really good. Finger strength only does so well. Add some
and I feel like you'll get better with it over time if you kept practicing like them
and then
old
all the
ladies
little
and
scissors and like screwdrivers, can openers, everything else that's involved with them. I love having a leather tool or a Leatherman or a multi-tool of any sort. They do great.
I know how to sew now.
Just
I know
find
how
one
to
that you
put
like
shit
the
together.
best.
I know
Try
how
to
to
keep it
take the
maintained,
fabric,
keep it sharp, keep it
the
with you.
fabric together,
I
it's
also
not that
keep a
hard.
ferrocerium
Once
rod
you know-
with me
once
as
you know,
opposed
you
to
know.
a lighter or matches.
Like I said,
This will last me longer. And with the right training, I can actually get a fire started faster with it.
And you're like, damn, I ain't got
Getting
a
a
sewing
good
machine.
one is
But you
important.
don't remember,
Everybody
bitch, we were the
ends up
first
having
sewing
like these
machine.
little dinky ones
Before
that
there
are
were
skinny.
sewing
They
machines,
only last for so
it was
long,
niggas
so I've tried to go
motherfucking
into
sew.
like only getting the half-inch thick,
So don't let
5
that
to
machine
6
shit
inch
throw us off the mook.
girthy
They
guys
fucking our
to
head up
utilize,
like,
because
damn,
it gives
I
me
ain't got
something
a
to actually
machine,
hold
nigga.
on to.
Before
And
there
then when
was
you're
a
actually
machine, you could
striking
walk.
it, you get a metric
You
shit
niggas was
ton of
walking
sparks
and you
out of
won't
it.
die. Like you
So
think
you have to
if you
get
walk
that
12
first
miles
layer
or walk 30
off of it,
miles,
but then
you won't die. You
it
might
just
be
throws
tired and your feet
sparks
might
like
hurt,
none other,
but
and
you'll
it
be
will
alright.
light up anything that
And
is
eventually,
ready to
if you
catch
keep
flame,
doing it,
such
your
as
feet won't hurt
tenders and
as
stuff
much.
like that.
'Cause
So
eventually your
those
feet
two
will be
guys
used to
I try to
walking
keep with
those
me
distances.
as well.
It only hurt the first
And then
couple
just simple
times, but you
hygiene
ain't
things
used to
like
this
camp soap, something to clean myself with because infections are terrible, especially when it's from your own funk. So try to stay clean.
Have you taken a shower since you've been at my house?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't get to in the woods necessarily, and if I don't have water, I always try to keep like baby wipes or dude wipes with me.
Yep.
You know, stay clean.
Yeah.
So that way you don't have to deal with all the other bad things that come from infection. Infections kill people more often than anything else in the woods.
And just in case you do get dysentery, you don't want to be walking around with dragon butt all day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta clean the little berries out, man.
On fire. On fire.
Shit, my thing was annoying the whole time.
So that's why I keep all into that little top portion.
Did you ever think about using the top portion as a day pack? Be honest.
Yes.
Okay, I guess I'm just an idiot. All right, whatever.
Other things inside of like the front, I try to keep a compass with me. That way I can find like magnetic north and everything else like that. And
I like
it's good
the
for
compass right
navigation,
there. Let's see what kind of
just
compass
finding your
that
way
looks like a
around,
good compass.
shooting an azimuth and all that sort of stuff. Having a good map of the local area is
Gotta
also
have a
important. Whether it's like downloading it on your phone,
Or having that
which
iTac,
the GPS and
the
cell phones is
ATAC,
passive,
whatever it is.
so you don't need cell tower service in order to access maps on your phone. You can download them onto your phone ahead of time and then utilize that even in airplane mode. When you don't have any towers, it'll still pull up the GPS and you can actually find your coordinates and use that as an actual navigational device.
Wow.
Now she
So
gonna put a mask on.
having
I've
that
been
set up
told
is
that
also
bitch to put a
great
mask
to do. But batteries die all the time unless you have a plan for them.
What app are you using to download your maps?
So I've used a couple of them in the past. I've used the ATAC, the iTac. There's a iTopo app out there as well. Anything that has like actual topographic map information and is up to date is going to do you well, especially if you know like how it's actually being utilized. Is it a latitude longitude system that they have it gridded out on, or are you using MGRS, which is the military grid that people are doing in order to do it right?
Mindset and the knowledge
Yeah.
is going to be significantly better than having, I'm going to take a whole list of TMs or FMs out to the woods so that I can read about how to read a map when I'm out there.
Yeah, right. And it was like, you know what? Yeah, we'll just take the Ranger handbook. It'll be fine.
Sure.
Just like, okay. Other things is like pack covers. So like having a scrim is nice if you're trying to like hide your bag, cover it up, make it look not like a civilian pack, have it disappear. Or just even having like a pad.
You know when it's coming. That's when
So like
all
we're
I
on
used to say is
a
coming
wax
out.
canvas material right now. I have the same sort of
Start
thing
coughing
set
that
up
shit
that
up.
I can put down
you
when
on
I
the
want to
final
stop
stage.
and access
Coming
all of my
out.
stuff. And it keeps me off the floor, all my gear off of the dirt, keeps it nice and clean. It's a good place to change your socks, a good place to change your clothes. That way you're not just getting all of nature up inside of you, right? Yeah. So
you just doubled this something like this up and then sewed it yourself?
Yeah, so it's a giant square.
Look, he sold it himself, y'all.
Folded it in half, stitched down both sides, and then turned it inside out and stitched up the other end.
You look right there, y'all. See, he sold it, and I bet you he feels so proud of that shit. Every time he look at that little piece of little thing, he be like, "Bitch, I sold that up." Nah, it make you feel good. Even if them seams aren't good, I don't care if even if your shit don't look good, you're still gonna be proud that you made it. Somebody go sew something up, and you gonna be like, "Oh, you know what? This nigga was right." Go make you a hat. Make you a hat, something that you can wear outside, so people can ask you questions about that shit. And I guarantee that shit gonna make your life. Every time you go around, you gonna be like, "Oh my God, that's a crazy hat." It's like, yeah, I made it myself. You made it yourself? That's all that shit gonna be, you know what I mean? I guess that's the thing they call a conversational starter.
But that's all 550 cord
Start
intercorded.
conversations for you. And you ain't got to do
Never
all the
even
heavy
thought about
lifting.
using
You
the
ain't got to do all the
inner
hard
core
work.
of 550.
Yeah, it's great. Chapstick's also really good to have, just for little things that are in there. Petroleum jelly, all that sort of stuff is good too for like chapped lips, raw skin, just small medical things that are multi-use to utilize. As far as like charging up your electronic devices, so like I didn't have a map of your guys' area printed out, but I have my phone and that's on the phone, but I need to be able to charge that phone. So having a battery bank is good.
So it's a little heavy.
It is a little heavy, but I will sacrifice it because with the combination of that battery bank and this little guy, I can take it anywhere in the world and have my own electricity to charge up all of my electronic devices and keep them functional. So put that in the side of the sun, plug the USB-C into the battery bank, and then it's got like a wireless system on top to wirelessly charge up my phone. It also comes with all the other cables to do USB-C, micro USB. It has what's the iPhone cable? I keep forgetting the lightning thing. I'm new to iPhones, man.
But not anymore.
Oh yeah, it's going to USB-C system.
Do this right
bank.
here. I have my own little
And
wireless
then
setup.
it's got like a
My phone
wireless
fucking dies.
system on
I say,
top
fuck
to
it.
wirelessly
I
charge up
tried
my
to get
phone.
my
It also
setup
comes
to
with
work.
all
It
the other
wouldn't
cables
work.
to do
I say,
USB-C,
fuck it, I'm gonna turn on my car
micro USB.
and try to charge
it
my
has
phone with my car
what's the
on
iPhone cable? I
for
keep
a
forgetting the
second.
lightning thing.
So I
new
can
to
have some
iPhones,
music,
man.
But
while
not
I
anymore.
drive fucking
Oh yeah,
home.
it's going to USB-C now, right?
Yeah.
Smart. So
Turn
like
around and my car's stolen 'cause I left
that's
my
one of the
keys in
things
the
I
car
always try to
fucking-
take
not
around
even
with me
thinking
as
some
well
stupid
is something with
dickwad
power,
broke piece of shit,
and then I can also
fucking loser
utilize
that
the
can't do anything for
little Sherpa
themselves,
unit
but even
to
wanna touch
charge
my vehicle.
radios
You
if I'm on the
fucking
trail
cunt,
and I
I'm
need
gonna
to like
fucking get
communicate.
you.
So like having to do search and rescue type stuff every now and again, they'll give us radios and comms and things of that nature. So I don't have my radio on me right now. I left it in the truck, but taking that setup along and charging up the radios overnight, so I have spares and everything else like that to stay in contact with everybody else that's doing their thing.
Sure.
It's important to have that sustainment without carrying extra weight because batteries weigh a lot.
Yeah, and we're already getting into the world where, hey, I'm carrying a Mod Light OKW, which is a fantastic light.
Yeah.
And you can go with a dual fuel that takes 123s, but if you can save that and have the ability to charge headlamp batteries, or if you have GPSs or things like that, then...
Yep. So I try to make sure all the electronic devices that I have are rechargeable devices, either by USB, or I have a battery setup that I also have the recharging stations that I can take with me.
Gotcha.
So I can do all of it all at once, and I can minimize how much I have to bring.
Now that we've talked to Mitch about sear stuff, I guess you could say we're kind of experts on foraging and finding food in the woods that's nutritious and delicious at the same time. But if you're foraging for food in your own house, which I often do, Factor meals is a great option. I've used them for years. They taste better than moss and bark, and you can get them for 50% off right now if you go to factormeals.com/DC50. Again, that's factormeals.com/DC50. And really get some tasty and delicious, and nutritious treats. So yeah, hit them up. Actually, this moss isn't too bad.
As far as like other water containers, I do like the thermal insulated ones, especially for colder environments. This will prevent my water from freezing. So I can put it in nice and warm after it's boiled and cleaned and everything else like that, and it will stay warm and boiled for a longer period of time, and I don't have to worry about it getting frozen inside, busting the water bottle open. I've broken so many Nalgene's by accidentally filling it too much, and then it freezes on me in my pack and just cracks the outsides of it, or it falls and the pressure's too much and the bottom just explodes off the bottom of it. So I like using stainless steel ones, especially with the vacuum seal for that reason. And they can be whatever size you need it to be, but there's a lot of options out there nowadays. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. Other things is like 550 cord line kits. Between good cutting tools and rope that has already been fabricated, you can build pretty much anything.
Is there a minimum that you would take, or in your mindset you're like, I know that I want to have X amount if I'm going to be gone for, let's say, a week?
Absolutely. So if the worst thing was to take place, if I have 10 10-foot pieces and 10 5-foot pieces of 550 cord, I can pretty much make anything that I'm going to need.
Can you make the Hilton?
I could build a pretty cool structure even without some of the 550 cord.
Wow.
It's using a lot of different like old school carpentry techniques and understanding the physics that are involved. You can build a lot of stuff without it. Having it makes it a lot easier and a lot faster. You don't have to do as much tedious, like meticulous work when you can just lash things together with rope.
Right.
So those are things that I try to keep easily accessible, as well as a good sharp.
Alright, we fucking back here for this shit. I think we're gonna switch it over. I gotta go fucking blow my nose. I want to spare you all. What you say? I'm about to get on the game. I'm on my live stream. Switching over to the game. Play some PlayStation. Yeah, I don't know. I'm about to see what the new games. I think the new games for this month should have dropped by now. I'm about to see. The Call of Duty done fucked up and shit, so I fuck around and might get on Fortnite. God damn, you know it's bad. You know shit looking bad when I say some shit like that. I might fuck around and get on Fortnite. Plus games are, don't let me down. So I'm about to say, what the damn plus? Okay, let's see what we got for Christmas. We got 2K Lego 2K Drive. What the fuck? The Power Wash Simulator. Oh yeah, that's what the world needs too. Y'all need to go wash. Everybody need to wash themselves in the blood. That shit probably fun though, the Power Wash Simulator. The only crazy part is the amount of time niggas waste playing these simulators. You could have went and got damn. I think we're gonna play this Lego Drive. Download the Lego Drive jump. They say it's a $60, it's a $70 game. It's a $70 game, nigga. About to see what's up with this jump. Go to your plus and download that jump. Oh, that's downloading. Let's see. Oh, that alien thing was good. I don't know if y'all been watching the stream. Alien shit was good. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's what I do. I should play some Smite. I should play some Smite. Because I'm the best Smite player in the world. In fact, I'm gonna have to, should I kill the stream?